If we don't like the character, if the character does not resonate with us, if we don't identify with the character, the situation that they're in, i.e. the story, is irrelevant to us. All right, so let's build a character diamond. Here's kind of the first step. Identify persons or persons in your company that most exemplify the brand. It doesn't have to be the founder or CEO, but it does need to be someone within the organization that they speak on behalf of the company. Okay? So just because you own it doesn't mean it has to be you. Who are the people that are going to be really guiding the personality of the brand because they are the ones that are there? That's the first step. More times than not, though, it's the founder. This, incidentally, is another reason why founder-led companies tend to outperform companies that aren't founder-led, and it's also the reason why when founders are taken from companies and the corporate types are moved in, that they fail, and it happens if they don't go through this process. Step 2, have this person make a list, or if it's you, favorite books, movies, TV shows, comic books, Bible stories. Make a list of all your favorite things. What did you read? What did you love as a kid? Or now? What are the characters that you really admire? Step 3, note the characters. So we don't like books because of the story. We like books because of the characters. Now, something interesting and compelling had to have happened to those characters, but something really, really bad could happen, and if you don't like the character, you don't care. If we don't like the character, if the character does not resonate with us, if we don't identify with the character, the situation that they're in, i.e. the story, is irrelevant to us. Okay, it's totally irrelevant. You ever had somebody tell you a really freaking long story about someone you don't know or care about that they know? Like, oh, let me tell you about Jan from the office and this and this and this happened, and oh my God, it was so bad, and you're trying to feign interest, be like, I don't freaking care because I don't know this person, all right? I don't care. Like, that sounds bad. That sucks, sounds like it sucks for them, but I just don't care that much. It's not interesting, all right? You like these different books, movies, TV shows because of the characters, not merely because of the stories. And if you consider the fact that all these stories are always the same, that's proof. There's some that you like and there's some that you don't. It had everything to do with the characters and almost nothing to do with the story itself. Step 4, group the characters based on, character traits based on general themes. All right? So do you like people that who are the underdog and win in spite of all odds? That's a particular type of character. The everyman. Think about Rudy. Right? It's kind of the everyday person. Do you like the person who wins through sheer intellect? So, they don't win because of hard work. They win through the power of their intellect, and things come very, very easy. But it's almost like magical how they do it. Do you like somebody who wins because of some extraordinary superpower? This is where we get into mutants and magicians and wizards, right? We like them because we admire them. They can do things that we can, and we think that's kind of cool. Also, some of your favorite athletes, right? I was a Craig Biggio fan, right? If you know anything about baseball, Craig Biggio was this, he wasn't a big guy, but he's out there getting hits and doing his thing, right? Way more than I liked, the slugger, right? So you start to notice these traits, in you. You notice them in you because we're holding up all these other ones as a mirror, and we like what we see in them, so we want to see more. Now you plot the most important and congruent traits on the character diamond. All right, so we're beginning to extract those general themes. Now we can start to plot them. So the primary character trait is they must be extraordinary at something. Is it extraordinary intellect, extraordinary strength, extraordinary powers, extraordinary insight, knowledge? Right? So maybe they're more the treasure hunter and they stumbled across something. That's known in marketing as a Blackie story. All right? So you've got a normal person who met this old man that everybody called Blackie, and Blackie revealed the secrets of life to this ordinary person. And then Blackie's like, well, have a great day. I hope that benefits you. And Blackie, starts to walk across the street and bam, gets hit by a bus and he's freaking dead, right? Now the only other person who knows this amazing insight is this dude that just happened to sit on a park bench next to Blackie that day, right? So it's not his extraordinary intellect in and of himself, but again, we begin to see these characters emerging again and again and again, right? Somebody stumbling across something, the underdog, right? Something extraordinary, We've got our counter star. We know the hill that they're prepared to die on.